In this video, we're going to go over the movement analysis of a softball swing. We're going to go over the 4 phases of stepping, landing, swing, and the impact phase. Here we'll see flexion of the lead hip and slight internal rotation at the hip joint. The movers for that will be the psoas major, the iliacus, and the rectus femoris. As long as the sartorius, they will all contract concentrically. The gluteus maximus, semitendinosus, semimembranosus, and the biceps femoris will passively lengthen. We'll also see adduction and retraction of the scapula and slight internal rotation of the left shoulder. Movers for that would be the rhomboid major and minor, the middle trapezius, and the latissimus dorsi, all contracting concentrically. And the antagonist is the pectoralis major and minor, as well as the serratus anterior, and they will contract eccentrically. Here we're going to see the front left foot make contact with the ground towards the pitcher. Our shoulders are still going to be loaded back with the bent at 45-degree angle. And then at the end of this position, we're going to see the foot planted firmly on the ground. The hips are going to start rotating open towards the pitcher, and the weight transfer is going to begin from the back leg to the front leg, starting to go into full extension. We're going to see in the hip a slight abduction towards the pitcher, and then we're going to see initiation of external rotation. The gluteus maximus, medius, and minimus, as well as the piriformis, are going to contract concentrically. And then antagonists for that is going to be the abductor longus and magnus, as well as the iliopsoas. They're going to contract eccentrically. And then when it comes to the shoulder, we're going to maintain retraction and external rotation. Still the rhomboid major and minor, as well as the infraspinatus, teres minor, and the latissimus dorsi. Those are all going to contract concentrically. And then the pectoralis major and minor and serratus anterior are going to contract eccentrically. In this phase, we're going to see the hips are going to start rotating open towards the pitchers, shoulders are loaded back, and the leg is coming to full extension. At the end of this position, the torso is going to rotate rapidly. Lead leg's going to be in full extension while the back leg is still bent at 45-degree angle. For the hip, we're going to see external rotation and hip extension. The gluteus maximus and the piriformis are going to be the movers for this, and they're going to contract concentrically. The sartorius, rectus femoris, gluteus medius, and minimus, as well as the semitendinosus and semimembranosus, are going to be the antagonists for both of these, and they're going to passively lengthen. When it comes to the shoulder, we're going to see horizontal abduction and internal rotation. The posterior deltoid and the subscapularis are going to be the movers for this, and they're going to contract concentrically. The antagonists are going to be the pectoralis major, anterior deltoid, teres minor, and the posterior deltoid, and they're going to passively lengthen. Our final phase is going to be the impact phase. This is where our lead foot's going to be fully planted, and our leg is going to be in full extension. And then the position where a bat moves across the plate, the trunk is fully rotated towards the pitcher, and the leg is still in full extension. Just as the last phase, we're going to see extension and external rotation of the hip, where the gluteus maximus and the piriformis is going to still contract concentrically, and the antagonists are still the sartorius, rectus femoris, gluteus medius, and minimus, as well as the semitendinosus, semimembranosus, and they're going to passively lengthen. The shoulder is still going to be in horizontal abduction, and it's going to internally rotate. Posterior deltoid and the subscapularis are going to contract concentrically, whereas the pectoralis major, anterior deltoid, teres minor, posterior deltoid are going to passively lengthen as the antagonist.